He was known as the mini B-52 because of the large amount of weaponry this carrier-based attack aircraft could carry. The Grumman A-6 Intruder was designed as an all-weather attack aircraft to replace the A-1 SE Skyreader. They were going to have one of the most sophisticated and modern navigation and attack systems, especially because they were equipped with a huge radar that gave them great accuracy in bombing missions. This also led to the specialized electronic warfare aircraft, the Electronic Attack 6B Prowler, which was in service until 2008. And these are the two aircraft that we will see in a new Aeropedia video from the world of aviation. The story of this aircraft begins when the United States Navy, or United States Navy, was looking to replace the veteran carrier-based attack aircraft A-1 Skyrider, powered by a piston engine and propeller. The request called for a close air support attack bomber, capable of striking the enemy at any time. Specifications made after the lessons learned from the Korean War, since at that time close air support was only provided if the weather conditions were suitable. Eight companies submitted proposals, but the winner was Grumman, who would manufacture the prototype called A2F1 in 1958. The initial prototype lacking radar, navigation, and attack systems was completed and underwent its maiden flight. On April 19, 1960, a second prototype flew 2 months later. An interesting fact is that the first 6 production aircraft had jet exhaust nozzles that bent downward. A kind of vectorized nozzles that were no longer used because of their complexity. And they really didn't help to shorten the aircraft's takeoff, which was what they were originally designed for. It received the designation A-6 in 62, and after overcoming several design problems. The aircraft, produced in series, entered service with the United States Navy in February of 63 and was called the first attack bomber. Truly all-weather, suitable for any type of weather condition. Specialized variants of the A-6 were developed in response to urgent military needs that arose during the Vietnam War. One of the variants was the A-6D, which served as a tanker aircraft to refuel Navy and United States Air Force planes. The A-6C had some improvements, especially for night attacks, and the last upgraded A-6E was delivered in 1992. It was a 2-seat attack aircraft with a widened cockpit, twin-engine design and medium weight. It had a maximum takeoff weight of 27 tons and a combat range of 1,626 kilometers with maximum payload. Its maximum speed was 1,040 kilometers per hour and it had 5 hardpoints to carry up to 8,200 kilograms of weaponry. The cockpit used an unusual double-pane windshield and a side-by-side seating arrangement, in which the pilot sat in the left seat, while the bombardier and navigator sat on the right, slightly lower, to give the pilot a proper view of that side. The type of wing chosen for the design of the Seas was efficient at subsonic speeds and gave it good maneuverability even while carrying a considerable bomb load. The Intruder was equipped with decelerons, a type of air brake on the wings, with two panels that open in opposite directions. It's interesting how the wing design is very similar to the one Grumman also used on the F-14 Tomcat, except these rotated, changing their geometry. It had two Pratt & Whitney J52 P6 turbojet engines without afterburner, the same ones used by the A4 Skyhawk. It has a large aerial refueling probe installed in front of the cockpit windshield to make in-flight refueling easier. This one is not retractable, it's fixed in position, a key feature of this model. The Intruder saw combat for the first time in Vietnam, where it was quite successful. However, its effectiveness at low altitude and with heavy payloads made it vulnerable to anti-aircraft fire. And in the 8 years that they served the Marine Corps and the Navy in the Vietnam War, 88 aircraft were shot down. They also saw combat in Lebanon in '83, deployed from the United States ship John Kennedy, and 3 years later over Libya. During Operation Desert Storm, the Navy and the Marine Corps were involved in more than 4,700 combat sorties, providing close air support. It was also the main attack platform of the United States Navy for launching laser-guided bombs. In the Gulf War, the A-6 was the only aircraft in the entire theater of operations that achieved 100% mission effectiveness. The last Intruders remained operational until 1997, when they were replaced in part by the F-14D Bombcat and in part by the F-18 Hornet. The electronic attack 6B Prowler version, which means mere aviator, was a version specialized in electronic warfare. This one has an elongated fuselage to carry 4 crew members, a pilot and 3 electronic warfare officers, known as SMOs. Because electronic warfare operations are complex and high workload. The Prowlers are considered high-maintenance aircraft, since they require shorter periods for upgrades and maintenance of their advanced equipment. Their main mission is to serve as an electronic shield, combat platform and control. But it is also capable of attacking targets with high precision, especially radars and anti-aircraft missile launchers. Definitely, at some point I'm going to make a video specifically about electronic warfare. The last Prowler was retired from Marine Corps service in 2019, completely replaced by the electronic attack 18G Growler. Until the next video, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Aeropedia of the World of Aviation.